Well, hello, real humans. I promised I would put together a video that shows all the equipment that I take on the trail with me. It keeps getting lighter and lighter. I keep getting rid of stuff. It's something that that people who hike long distance hikes are called. It's hiker trash, and I'm slowly devolving into that. You carry less, you smell more, and you kind of accept that you've become hiker trash. It's a long descent. Well, here we go. I'll start with food. So I've just got a REI plastic spoon. Doesn't weigh too much. Works fine. Long, so it kind of fits in my jet boil. This is my jet boil. It's a little stove. It boils water about 1 liter in 60 seconds. Super fast. Ruffles, I'm sure you know what those are. Those will get eaten fast. That's kind of a special treat that I'll try to keep safe for a day so they don't get crushed. Here's my food bag. It's a Cuban fiber food bag. It's the same material they use in sails and like the America's Cup sailing yachts. Super expensive, if I'm honest. But this was bought for a purpose. A, it's super lightweight. B, it's waterproof. But C, critters, just like a mouse or a chipmunk, they can't chew through it. The fibers just can't be broken by their teeth. So it keeps my food safe and it's good. Like right now, I have too much food in it. I always have too much food in it. I probably have 4 pounds worth of food that'll last me several days. Well, 2 days. The sleep system I just have a Thermarest here. I'm going to switch this out soon enough. This is a Thermarest ProLite Plus. It's just a sleeping pad. A pad. It self-inflates. It just has some foam inside there that expands, and you'll close a valve and you lay on it, and you can lay on your side comfortably without getting uncomfortable. For my sleeping bag, I just switched this out. This is actually something that my best friend just lent to me for the trail. We fully expect it to get destroyed along the way, but it's custom made. Ed made this for me. It's a quilt, and it's basically a synthetic outside and inside. It's almost as light as down. This quilt only weighs about 1 pound and should be very comfortable and down to about 40 degrees on the trail, which should be great. I have been hiking with a 10-degree bag, which is over 2 pounds, and I've been cooking at night. And this is like one of my comfort items. This is a Thermarest pillow sack or some such thing. On the outside, it's basically waterproof, water resistant. On the inside, it has kind of this felt material. So you flip it inside out at the end of your day, and you stick something reasonably soft in there, and you have a little pillow. So it's reasonably comfortable. One of the big purchases I made before going on the trip is my new tent. This is a tarp tent notch. It's kind of a custom-made thing that you have to order only online. You won't find it in REI. It's a basic shelter, and it has like a double wall thing inside. So I have mosquito netting and a floor in it, and then there's a shelter over me. It only weighs like 27 ounces. The only thing about it is it's really not that much bigger than my sleeping pad. So it's kind of a tight fit. But I only sleep in it, so I mean it's really comfortable. I mean I've really enjoyed it. One of my favorite pieces of equipment so far. Keeps me dry, but the other things that keep me dry, here we go, are my rain jacket. I honestly don't wear this when it's raining unless I'm at camp. This is more of a windbreaker than anything else. When I'm hiking, it folds into its own pocket. That's what it's doing right now. When I'm hiking, if I'm hiking hard, even if it's cold out, I'll sweat enough that I'll drench myself inside of it while it's blocking the rain that's falling on me. So I don't wear it while I'm hiking that much. This is a pack cover. It's another Cuban fiber thing. It wasn't that much more expensive than the ones that were specifically made for my pack. It's lighter. It will keep the pack drier more, but more dry, I guess. But the main purpose of it is I'll put it on my pack to slow it down getting wet, and I just don't want to carry around all the water that this pack will hold. Like if it rains and rains and rains and rains, which it does on the trail, that pack can actually get heavier by almost 1 pound. So that saves me that. to actually keep my equipment dry, this is a trash compactor bag. I bought a package of them at the grocery store, and you put it inside of your backpack, and you stuff all the stuff you don't want to get wet inside of there, and fold it over, and you just basically have a waterproof bag inside of your bag. For kind of necessary items, I got 100% DEET. I don't use it that often, and I try to put it on when I'm sweaty. That way I don't. I can kind of spread it out and turn it to 40% DEET, basically. But it works effectively. I actually expected to use more, and I'm only about halfway through this guy. Bathroom stuff, wet ones, toilet paper, Purell. Try to make sure I keep myself as clean as possible, and you know, that's toothbrush, toothpaste, some floss. Here we go for my emergency stuff. I've got this is full of ibuprofen and like Pepto, that kind of stuff. And this is athletic tape on the outside, and I use that to kind of wrap chafing areas and places that I'm about to form a blister. It works great. I've actually had to rewrap this a couple times with new athletic tape. Lighter, just in case. I actually don't use it on the trail. I don't smoke, and I rarely start fires, so it's more of an emergency piece of equipment than anything else. But it's wrapped in duct tape. I can use the duct tape for fixing stuff on the trail. I've already had to fix my sleeping bag. Just a few Band-Aids. I really haven't used those. Aquamir tablets, just in case I need to purify water if my primary purification system fails. Some super glue, which will fix things on the trail, and if I get a cut, it'll work as a, you know, kind of a second skin. And then here, this is actually a compass that my uncle gave to me probably almost 30 years ago. And it's traveled the world with me, and now it's on the Appalachian Trail. I fortunately don't have to do much orienteering, so I haven't taken it out to use it, but it's kind of a comfort to me that if I get lost, I'll at least know what direction I'm going. So what I wear on the trail, this is just a stuff sack to put it all in, but these are kind of backup items. This is my shirt. I'll wear it at night if it gets cold. It's a smart wool base layer. It breathes really nicely. It's really comfortable. It's very warm, and on a day when you've been rained on all day, it's just incredibly comfortable to put something warm and dry on. Pair of underwear. I've switched to ex officio from cotton underwear, which was chafing and terrible. A few pairs of socks and some sock liners. I have a beanie here for when it gets cold. Actually lost my hat, and I use this bandana as a do-rag just to keep my head out of the sun when I'm walking in the sun, which is rarely. I got a pack towel here, you know, dry myself off, dry off my tent if it's been rained on all night. And I actually had this, keep this bandana on the outside of my pack, and I'll wipe my face off, my head off while I'm hiking to keep myself from getting too damp and sweat dripping in the eyes and whatnot. Just some paracord. I haven't used this in a while, but if I ever need to hang my food bag for bears, I've got this, and any of the other number of reasons you might need rope. I started out with more expensive and complicated water bottles that were bought for the purpose of holding water, and this comes with water and works great on the trail. I bought this probably about 250 miles ago, and it's been banged up and stepped on and full of water, and I have to squeeze it in order to have my filter work properly, and it's working just fine, you know? So cheaper, and I actually had an expensive one that broke, so that works. This is my Sawyer water filter. You screw this onto the end of one of these bottles here, and you squeeze water through it, and it's filtered, you know? It keeps me safe. I selectively filter. If I have a spring in the ground, I won't use it, but it helps me not drink more water when I don't use it, because it takes a certain amount of effort to use it. But generally I'll use that. Yeah, it was rambling, and now I'm rambling about rambling. Okay, so this is my headlamp. I don't do that much at night. When there's a thing on the trail called Hiker's Midnight. It's basically 9 o'clock at night when you're getting kind of past dusk. Everybody who's through hiking in the shelter will pass out generally. There's some Nighthawks occasionally, but this is rechargeable. It'll actually recharge on a wall, but it also recharge with this battery pack right here. This is just a little battery pack. It has some USB ports on there. My charger, an extra pair of headphones. I've already gone through 4 pairs of headphones, so that's actually necessary. This is a little Gerber multi-tool, and it's been handy, you know. I mean, and this is my knife. It as you can see, it's not a big item, but it works just fine. The pair of headphones. This is an altimeter watch. It's actually reasonably accurate. It gets me to within about 100 feet of the altitude of where I am. This is what I hike wearing. I've switched into a really lightweight shirt, t-shirt, pair of socks, underwear, and I do pants. Most people do shorts. I do pants. I'm really worried about Lyme disease, so and I'm really more comfortable in pants generally. So they're a little hotter. They weigh a little more, but those are insect repellent pants, which should keep me safe from ticks on the legs. Here are my trekking poles. One of them broke actually, and I had to swap out one of the sections. I kind of ended up jury-rigging them a little bit, but they've saved me from so many falls. I know my knees are doing better for them, and they're also the tent poles for my tent, which is handy. And then here we have my bag. It's just a Atmos by Osprey. It's a great bag, you know, no complaints. It's a little heavier than I'd like, but it's worked fine. No holes or anything. Okay, well that's it. I truly appreciate all the support from everybody on the trail. Your donations, the little bits of trail magic you've been able to provide me have made an immense difference. It's really made this trail, you know, go from being, you know, a fun, amazing experience to just even funner. It's just taken a lot of the stress out of the trip, and I truly appreciate it. All right, well, that's it. Once again, I appreciate all your support, and I'll put together a video of what this looks like all together in my bag and what camp looks like at some point. Okay, thank you. I'll talk to you guys soon.